Hello again, Struck Quap. Another upcoming games video for September. This one is dedicated to turn-based or not so turn-based tactical games. So it's all about tactics in this one video. I've got 12 titles and most of them would be in chronological order except the last couple of games, which are kind of well, they're still tactical because tower defenses do involve some tactics to a certain degree, but I left the tower defense games for last, at least those two specific ones. And I will be starting with games releasing on the 30th of August. Tomorrow I'm making this video on the 29th of August, so buckle up. I hope you enjoy those tactical games and let's go. I will start things off with 3 remasters. First off is the remaster for Commandos 3. HD remaster of Commandos 3. A game I used to enjoy playing in PC cafes back in the day when it was installed on the machines. It was definitely fun, and Raylight Games is the studio that Calypso is hiring to remaster the game. I'm not sure if Raylight was the original developers of Commandos, but they are behind the remasters of the franchise, and it's already time for Commandos 3's remaster, coming on the 30th of August 2022. Fallen Soldier, because this remaster is gonna be fun. High definition, including reworked 3D models and textures, improved controls, and refined UI. If you like tactical games and you've never experienced Commandos, this one is definitely something I could recommend, so you can see where a lot of games have drawn inspiration from. Definitely worth checking it out. So yeah, Commandos 3, 30th of August 2022. As I mentioned, I said 3 remasters. The next 2 remasters are from the same studio and publisher, from Nippon Ichi software, from NIS America and Engine Software BV. And yeah, they're releasing them as a bundle of NIS America Classics or something like that, from Prini. I think they're calling them Prini Presents NIS Classics, and this is Volume 3. So the first one of Volume 3 is Pucelle Ragnarok. For the first time in the West, you can experience Pucelle Ragnarok, now loaded with lots of extra content, including new scenarios, new recruits, and DLC characters. It even has new voices, new music, and quick travel, dude. So, fast leveling system, character skills increase quickly, no more waiting around for those awesome combos and power, similar to this game 6 that I played some time ago. Plan out your strategy, use your tactical knowledge to lead units into battle, achieving victory. Carry up to 149 items at once, 149 I mean, and use your powers to strengthen items in real time. Use your powers to purify defiled ground and enemies, defeating them in an all new way. Over hundreds of hours, actually over 100 of hours of gameplay with unique endings. Typical classical tactical JRPG from NIS America in the traditional old school NIS America style. Nippon Ichi software, I mean. Not just the America one, just in general classic. So yeah, let's move on to the next one from that bundle. The second game from Prini presents NIS America NIS Classics Volume 3 is Rhapsody, a musical adventure. Again, coming on the 30th of August 2022, dive back into your NIS roots and experience a game that laid the foundations for the beloved Disgaea series with Rhapsody, a musical adventure. Sharper graphics and updated image optimization bring this classic title to the present. You can gain the advantage in combat with features such as Cornet's Horn, which allows you to enhance your puppets while bestowing appreciation points. Once a puppet earns enough appreciation points, they'll gain access to special rewards that have a variety of powerful effects. Additionally, each character and enemy has an elemental affinity which grants them a unique set of spells. Use these spells in combination with other characters' elemental abilities to exploit your enemy's vulnerabilities, but remember, every element has its own weakness. So it features many original songs and introduces throughout interludes throughout the game, colorfully illustrated anime characters and backgrounds, as well as an intuitive isometric battle system and multiple difficulty levels to offer something for new players and veteran roleplay gamers alike. Dive in and discover the love and music in this another remaster from Nippon Ichi Software and Engine Software BV. Regarding the platforms, I think it's only on Steam for both Pucelle from before and for this one. But yeah, if you wanted to relive some nostalgia, if you've played the originals, I haven't, then this is it. If you've never played them, well, it still looks fun. If you're into old school games, this looks like the thing you might want to check out tomorrow. Next up is a very interesting title. I bring to your attention Words of Ravage Chapter 1. Become the final boss of the dungeon. Create your own playing style by combining followers from different factions in spectacular turn-based combat. Build a shadow empire to find a powerful artifact that can alter the fate of this world. Choose your path as one of the Words of Ravage. Coming on the 2nd of September, a true indie game developed and published by Synthetic Domain. And it looks amazing. It's doing some sort of like 2.5D pixel art, but not really. I mean, it seems like it's 3D to me, but they just swapped pixelized graphics on top of it. But it looks very nice. I really like the style, and I like the pixel art 2D for the skills and stuff like that. It looks amazing. So yeah, you're the final boss, and 3 words with unique playstyles. Each ward has different mechanics complementing their team. As the head of their faction, they are able to unlock the full potential of their units by using access to unique upgrades. There's a diverse set of enemies. So fight a classic hero party, lone summoner, twin barbarians, an entire military expedition, each with their own strengths and weaknesses defined by their combat mechanics and battlefield conditions. Develop a shadow empire, and through thoughtful and addictive gameplay is what they're promising, and they're promising replayability. Unlock more potential upgrades and units as you progress, learn more powerful and creative combinations to try out, and more flexibility to your units. Add more flexibility to your units, pardon me. And stunning graphics. It says the style combines traditional pixel art techniques and modern technology. It's kind of like what I noticed. High quality art, lighting, and effects are fast feast to the eyes. I'm, I'm rushing to read it in time, but yeah. So yeah, Words of Ravage Chapter 1. I'm not sure if that's gonna be a full game, whether that's gonna be a prologue, because it's saying that in 11/2022 there will be Words of Ravage. So maybe Chapter 1 is just a prologue, maybe it's just the intro kind of demo. So maybe in November we'll be getting the full game, and now we can play this one, and maybe this one will be free. Definitely check it out on the 2nd of September on Steam. Apparently it's also gonna be on Humble, PS5 for Xbox XS One and Switch. Next up is another amazingly nice game visually, and not just visually, thematically. Circus Electric is a part story-driven RPG, part tactics, part circus management, and completely enthralling, all with a steampunk twist. When everyday wanderers mysteriously turn into vicious killers, only the show's talented performers possess the skills necessary to save the city. So yes, you heard right. Steampunk take on tactical story-driven RPG with circus theme, and it has circus management. So you have clowns. It's like Darkest Dungeon, but it has clowns. That type of visual, like where your characters are standing one in front of the other, like Darkest Dungeon. But yeah, circus galore. Electrifying RPG combat, 15 playable archetypes total. Strongmen, fireblowers, escape artists, clowns, and other classic circus performers. You can manage the greatest show in steampunk London. Despite the chaos, the show must go on. Rebuild the circus to its former greatness and beyond, recruiting and training the most talented performers coming in from all over the world. Performance skill, chemistry with one another, and overall devotion combined to determine the monetary success. of a single show, and you need every single spare shilling you can get, both for Amelia's quest and to keep everyone paid and happy. I think this is gonna be one of probably the hidden underdog gems of this month. Developed by Zen Studios, published by Saber Interactive, coming on the 6th of September. And regarding platforms, Steam, Epic, PlayStation 5 4, Xbox Access One, and Switch. Next up is Beneath the Mountain. In Beneath the Mountain, you play as the king of a new dwarven civilization seeking to find their fortune beneath the mountain. You dig your way through the mountain, encountering many dangerous foes along the way, all while defending your kingdom from periodic orc invasions. So this is kind of a tower defense, but not really. It's more like you've got a city builder, where you build turrets, towers, etc. to defend yourself. So it's more about the city building, city management, and you have your kind of like a dungeon structure. But yeah, it has tactics. There is a demo downloadable on Steam. And regarding platforms, I only see information for Steam, so I don't know whether it's releasing on other platforms. The release date is the um, 13th of September 2022. So yeah, you might want to check it out. There are some streams on the official YouTube for the game, and there was a Twitch stream. Not sure if it's still watchable. Failwosifer, Failosipher on Twitch. Failwosifer. Um, Maybe there are recordings, view on demand recordings you could still view, but that was from June 17, so the 30-day probably already deleted it. But yeah, there are streams on YouTube. You can watch it if you want more, if trailers are not enough to figure out where Beneath the Mountain is worth your time. Next, it's an absolutely beautiful and fun game from the looks of it. Absolute Tactics, Daughters of Mercy, available September 15th on Steam, Epic, GOG, Switch. Developed by Curious Fate, published by Akupara Games. And yes, it looks amazing, as I mentioned. Nice, beautiful 2D graphics with some sort of semi 3D movement, I guess. 2.5D maybe is the way to call it. Although it does look like 3D graphics with 2D shader, like cell shading or something like that. It's beautiful. I like it. It has that anime look to it. Turn-based, tactical, fun, content-rich. Apparently, dozens of narrative story maps plus original maps, including additional post-game content and horde mode. So endgame, is that how to read this? Challenge yourself. 3 levels of difficulty, perfect for the various types of challenge someone wants. Plus an additional hardcore mode unlocked after completion. So challenge yourself over and over again. Very, very well. Genre bending gameplay, shaking up the SRPG experience with diverse gameplay, including large scale war levels with dozens of units on the battlefield simultaneously, environmental, vertically puzzle elements, and traps. Deeply customizable access, class-based gameplay for the casual player combined with deep customization and mastery for serious tactics fans. 21 individual classes plus the ability to dual class allows for almost endless combinations. Yeah, 21 classes and dual classing, that's huge, guys, huge, and gals. Grow your character, unlock upgrades, collect wood, complete quests, and meet a cast of colorful characters on your quest for glory. There's a demo on Steam. You can try it out if you feel like it. Next up is Serial Cleaners. It is a top-down stealth action game where you get to experience being a murder scene cleaner for the mob in 1990s New York. Alternate between 4 cleaners, each with their own unique style, and live their stories. So it's not your typical turn-based tactics, but it is stealthy, it is tactical. There are tactics involved, so maybe not in the traditional way, but yes. September 22nd, 2022, a lot of tools in this release date. Developed by Draw Distance, published by 505 Games. And yes, Serial Cleaners is, I think, an official sequel to the Serial Cleaner game. And again, based on which cleaner you pick, you have a different playstyle, and you kind of follow the stories of those cleaners. as they're intertwined, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the details of their story stop matching up. The ugly truth behind their cooperation begins to reveal itself. So yeah, if it looks like your kind of game, definitely worth giving it a go. Doesn't seem like my kind of game, but again, not everyone has the same taste, so I still think it deserves being mentioned here in this video. Next up, another game that looks amazing in terms of visuals and in terms of how certain things are kind of unique to the rest of the games. Grid Force releasing in September 2022. We don't know exactly which September from the trailers and from Steam. Um, but there is a demo. A demo you can try on Steam. The platforms you can see this game on are Steam for PC, then Xbox XS1 and Switch. No mention about PlayStation or other things like that. So yeah, you can see conquer the grid in real time in this tactical bullet hell RPG with a large diverse roster of heroes to recruit and evolve. Lightning fast combat and deep story that adapts to your choices. Play as Dana, a fighter in search of the perfect team who can defeat the goddess and save the, I guess, world. Steam cuts off the intro here. But yes, there's some sort of tactical mixed with instead of turn-based action RPG, but there is a grid. So it's a very nice mixture of systems and mechanics, and also the story. The story has this nice comic book kind of style, American style comic book um, narrative. So it's gonna have some interesting story for those of you who enjoy old school American story books. And you can make game-changing decisions and build relationships. Each playable character in Grid Force has their own paths, traumas, and aspirations. Get to know them; they may help you, hinder you, and surprise you. Gain enough of their trust, and they will join your team. Their presence in your squad can radically change the course of the story, opening previously unavailable paths and revealing deeply hidden secrets. And yeah, the power to change Gora. Recruit and level up your units to unlock a variety of active and passive skills to aid you in battle. The right squad is the key to defeat the goddess of Gora. Claim their masks. Actually, the goddesses of Gora, multiple, plural, claim their masks and the ultimate power contained within. So it looks good. Originally, the game was gonna come in August, but again, it was pushed to September. Hopefully, we actually do see it in September because it looks like one of the hidden gems for this month. Next up, we've got Quash 2, developed and published by Prime Beat Games SA. Coming in September 2022, we don't know exactly when in September, releasing on Steam, on GOG, Microsoft Store, the Prime Beat Store, those are all PC, and also apparently on Switch. And yeah, turn-based strategy and combat. Looks fun, looks nice. There's magic, fantasy kind of setting to it. It's a 3D game, as you can see from the trailer footages, and it's something that I think will be very promising. Very promising is a title coming this September. So keep an eye out on it. What can we say about it? A turn-based strategy game where players will get the chance to immerse themselves as a commander of one of quarreled factions. How many there are, it doesn't say. And the growing conflict will take us back to the center of the war between the two factions. There we go, two factions. The story will take place almost 50 years after the events of Quash, when the Purians won the war. They will spread even further their fate and woes. Hiddens will be led by a heroine burdened by her gods to unite agitating tribes and help them stand as one to protect the forgotten customs and their own freedom. So there's going to be battles and covenants and diplomacy and technological and spiritual development, and all of those will have big impact on the shape of the game. During the campaign, players will traverse almost the entire continent, where they will be able to fight wild beasts, find treasures, and ancient places of worship. In addition, they will encounter marauders and deserters and perform many additional tasks that are waiting hidden for unnurtured seekers. Definitely a ton of potential in this game. So, Quash 2 September 2022, keep it on your list. And as I mentioned, the last two games are tower defenses. The first one is called What the Fortress, releasing on the 6th of September 2022, developed and published by someone called Adam CS. It was hard to find much information regarding platforms, so I'm assuming it's Steam only. And it's colorful, it's interesting. It doesn't look like something extremely different from a traditional tower defense, but it's not bad either. It's your average tower defense, but sometimes that's all you need. Unlock 20 plus towers, fight against 30 types of enemies, and choose from 5 different ground tiles. A tower defense game where you carve the path for your entire armies and you form the terrain. So yeah, if it looks like something that's your kind of game, 6th of September 2022 on Steam, What the Fortress. The next tower defense title I mentioned about is Rome Defenders The First Wave, which seems to be a game from way back several years, and that used to be an iOS title, and it's now making its way to Steam. Releasing on the 7th of September 2022, developed by Magnus Soft, but the publisher seems to be Big Fish Games, or at least the publisher for the iOS version might have been Big Fish Games, and maybe for Steam it's just Magnus Soft. I need to mention that there are no in-app purchases, so even though it's a ported game from mobile, you might be able to experience it the way it needs to be without in-app purchases. Pardon the bad trailer quality, not much I can do about that one. That's how it was. So exciting defensive game where skill and tactics are required. Many different defenders, opponents, and upgrades. Shop for the purchase of important extras against star plate. So basically, I think how well you do gives you stars, and then you use those stars to buy certain things and upgrades. Almanac with information about each warrior and defender, trophy chamber, and casual mode. Support the brave Romans and face the terrible creatures from the deepest gates of the underworld. Does it look like your kind of tower defense? If it does, well, 7th of September 2022 for Rome Defenders, the first wave. To get notified when I upload more content like this one or other builds and guides for Wooter and not so Wooter games, you can subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button to not miss out on notifications. As well as keep in mind there's something called memberships on YouTube, which lets you be a paying member for my channel to get access to perks such as emotes and badges made by me, as well as the option to get one-on-one tutoring for the very basics of Adobe Photoshop, Premiere, and After Effects. And memberships can be cancelled at any time if you no longer want to be a member. Thanks for watching all the way until the end, Struck Web. Keep it cool until next time, and goodbye.